Ally. Ally.
Allison. Allison.
Allison. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, cheer up, Ally.
I think she's a bit miffed.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Not enough sleep, Allison? Hey, Allie. Wake up.
Want some coffee? Coffee?
I've got my coffee.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, so good morning, everyone. A bit of a slow start this morning. Jesus.
Mercy.
Is there an echo at all in the stream? I'm not sure because I'm in my bedroom at the moment.
I don't know.
I don't hear one.
All right.
I don't hear one.
Okay, cool. Heath, put your fingers away from the computer.
I gotta fix this.
We don't need any technological issues this morning. Okay, so good morning, everyone. Thanks again for joining us again on another episode of Trackside Live. Had a bit of a mind blank. I'm still waking up.
I think Shannon's asleep too.
Yep. Anyway, now today's episode we are talking about, vehicles. We are talking about vehicles for your model railroad. So, I think this was brought up by Steve Anderson or Steve87, as we all know him on the YouTube channels. He was saying, he has quite a collection of vehicles and that for his layout. But he was also saying, he wanted to know things like, where's the best place that you can get them? What kind of vehicles are available in the scales? What's the variety? Just basically all the things. Because I know myself, being an N scaler, it's very hard for me to try and find the correct era of vehicles for my layout. I'm not sure about the other scales, but I'm pretty sure all you guys are pretty much in the same boat when it comes to transitional era or things like that.
That's the advantage of modelling contemporary. There's a lot of contemporary stuff out there.
Yeah. Yeah, there is. And like I model late 40s, very early 50s. Well, because of World War II, they didn't manufacture a lot of cars during the 40s. So trying to find vehicles in that area in HO scale is not easy to do.
Yeah, no, exactly. So that's what we're going to be talking about in today's episode. So as always, everyone in the chat, you're more than welcome to let us know where you find, where you find any vehicles for your layout, what you do in that regards, or whether you make them, how you make them. And let us know, if you know where to buy these vehicles, let us know what kind of vehicles you're actually buying, like it's the 1930s, 40s, 50s, 60s, all that kind of stuff. So So,
Well, I can start out if you want, Shannon, because I actually prepared today.
yeah, no, it's fine. You start. I'm just getting all of my stuff out of the little box because it's.
I'm
Well,
prepared.
since I'm doing late 40s, very early 50s, there's very few 40s vehicles out there for obvious reasons, and then early 50s are not real common either. You see a lot of 55, 56, 57 stuff for the guys that transition to 50s and 60s, but I'm a decade before that, so trying to find stuff's a little tough. This is one I found, made by Williams, 1940 coupe. And this is a plastic kit. You can see that it's clear plastic, so you can paint it pretty much whatever color you want to. You can even paint it from the underside, and that way it paint's never going to get messed up. Another one I've got. This is I can't remember the name of the kit. This is one I built. It's a white metal kit. And I built this one, was the first one I did. But that's a panel band from the 40s. Then there's the company Oxford, I think. Yeah, Oxford company in England, or at least the lady I got these from. I got about a half a dozen of these kind of cars. These are all early 40s vehicles. Very good price on those, by the way. Another one I found. And I've got more than what I'm showing you here, but this is a Mini Metals pickup truck, and says 41 to 46 Chevy pickup, which is perfect for me. Then for Steve, I have a round front. I don't know what era this is, but it's a semi-trailer. Then Athearn puts out, since I'm doing Rio Grande style stuff, Athearn's got couple of trailers. I also have some of the really old, like 1930s semi-trailers that are completely round on the front, which look really nice. Then Woodland Scenics puts out some stuff with their little scene kits that I have. But it's hard to find stuff, and a lot of them I'm going to have to build, like the Williams car, this one here, and the blue one I showed you. Both of those are kits, and I've got some other kits and some older stuff from the 1920s and that sort of thing, delivery vehicles and flatbed trucks and stuff like that that'll fit in. But I'm going to have to build them like I have to build a lot of my rolling stock. So, it's out there, but it's not always easy to find. And this has taken a while to gather this much stuff. I've been buying stuff for almost 2 years now for this layout. And I started with vehicles early on because I knew it was going to be hard to find them. But you can find them if you look for them. I get most of my stuff on eBay, but you can find them other places.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
I've got one. I have one whole vehicle. That's my vehicle. You like that?
Is it owned by Wile E. Coyote?
Yeah, Acme. Yeah.
Wild E. Coyote. Genius.
Roadrunner.
Pure genius.
Super genius.
Oh, one of these days we're going to get caught on. What about you, Ali?
Well, I've just recently started collecting a lot of vehicles in 1 to 64th, and recently there's been some really good stuff coming out for the Australian market. Even Oxford, the one that Claude mentioned earlier, does some Australian stuff, and a lot of the guys over here used a lot of the British stuff because they brought that stuff out out to Australia. So we had a lot of similar vehicles. They're just little minute changes here and there, but because I'm more contemporary with my modelling, there's some good ones out there like Aussie Road Rages. You've seen this one before. So there's a nice little truck with or ute with a trailer there. What else we got here? We've got some buses. There's a Transperth bus. This one is done by a mob called what are they called? Oz Bus Models, which is Transit Graphics, and that's a I think it's resin or something. but that's I think it's more 1:76, but that's pretty close to what I model anyway. I mean, you put it in the background, you can't really tell that it's the wrong size. Got some of the more older buses, like the Perth Metropolitan Transit. That's done by trucks. What else we got here? Got a special painted one that they had for the introduction of the new Mandurah line, back when they were building it in the, I think it was the 2000s that they started building that. And there was, they ran a like a campaign, and they basically it was called "Watch This Bus Turn Into a Train." So this bus ran the route of the new train line. Also, I got interested in tractors because my uncle owns a farm, and I was just up there on last weekend. That's why you didn't see me last Saturday. So I've got a couple of tractors here as well. My uncle owns a tractor just like this one. It's a Cat. Cat 65. And also, I saw a picture of a West Rail train with one of these on a flat wagon. That's a Steiger Turbo Tiger. But the one I saw had green wheels, so I'll have to repaint those. These are, again, all in 1/64th. But the stuff I'm most impressed with at the moment that they're coming out with are these road trains. That's one of my favourites there. That's my BP road train. British Petroleum, or bloody pricey as we call it. And whilst I was up in Mingy on the weekend, I saw a truck lot with a whole pile of trailers in them, just like these ones. These are livestock for cattle. So I bought this one because I thought if I've seen it, I've got to have it, right? It's on the layout. No, it's in where I model. So that's the start of my collection anyway.
You need the layout now.
Yeah, I need the layout. That's the reason why I started.
You're going to have a big layout, just get all those trucks on there.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll just sit in the background on a highway somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll show what I've got. So I'm not sure the brand names of these. Like, there's fair few different things I've actually got here. So in N scale, you know, like as we said, it's always really hard to find anything to suit, you know, certain eras. So just an example here, I've got a couple of late 1940s, 1950s model cars that need to be painted. I actually picked these up from like a $2 basket, you know, which I was lucky. But a couple of other things that's available, you know, I know Buckman sell them. I know Atlas does some stuff as well. There's a nice little Kato model that Kato make, you know, these kind of models here. So that one there is that's meant to be a crown.
Steve 87, 1/50 is bigger than 1/64.
Yeah, what else do I have here? There's another Kato one. So Kato do a couple of the, you know, 70s, 80s kind of stuff. That's a Buckman. As you can see, very cheap. Breaks apart very easily. And a couple of other vehicles that's available that I've managed to find in N scale are these metal casted ones. You know? Oops. And I don't know who makes these. You know, I do have quite a few here, which they've all just been casted, I guess, out of just white metal. But, you know, looking at how some of these are actually, you know, designed, you could almost make these if you really wanted to. You know, so if you had the capabilities of melting some sort of metal and whatnot, you could definitely make things like this. What else do I have here?
Well, Shannon, on that mention, Justin Johnson said, being an N-scale guy doing a decent amount of military scenes, other than the latest vehicles from Micro Trains, I have to buy mine mostly from 3D printed sites. So that's another another option that you can look for.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to get into that because I do have it set up on my computer to show everyone as well. But but like you look at some of these models, and some of these models are actually put together quite easily. Like that's a little Fleischmann. I think that's how you pronounce it. Fleischmann. Yeah, a little buggy. Yeah, I've got a fair variety. I've bought Micro Train stuff. I've bought what are the other brands? Half the brands escape my head right now. I can't even think of what they are. But the main thing is, like in regards to buying them, who was it that you said mentioned the 3D websites?
Justin Johnson.
Justin Johnson,
yeah. So as Justin Johnson said, you can go to 3D printing websites like Shapeways, which I'll show you guys in a minute because I've got a couple of Shapeways tabs open. But otherwise, I've seen people, get balsa wood and stack it up so it's like a nice little brick, and then they start filing and cutting and shaping it to what they want. Then they kind of put a clear coat over it to smooth it out completely, and then they paint it to how they want it.
Mm-hmm.
Shannon, Chuck is asking a few questions here about 3D printing cars.
Mm-hmm.
He says, is there much software available? Are they worth it?
It really depends. Like I've heard mixed messages in regards to 3D printed stuff, depending on the plastics they use. Like some of the resin printing or some of the resin printed stuff that you get, a lot of people say make sure you paint it because the way the plastic is set in those is with infrared. So obviously if you leave it in the sun creates infrared waves which can destroy the plastic over time. I've heard people say they've been quite brittle, but like in Alison's case, like she sent me some 3D printed stuff, and it is actually for the quality it's actually quite decent, but it can be brittle on some of the smaller, thinner details. But if you're buying like a vehicle or anything like that, the majority of the strength of the structure is going to be in the body. So you can manhandle it quite well without worrying too much about am I going to squeeze it too hard.
It does depend on the material.
Yeah, it does depend on the material. At the end of the day, you get what you pay for. Like as I said, you get this Buckman stuff. I got these Buckman stuff for cheap. I picked them up for like a couple of dollars. And you can see they're cheap, they're nasty. Like I can squeeze it with my fingers quite easily, and it starts to break.
But you can modify.
Yeah, whereas if you get like a nice K-tone model, which I'm completely lost now, like these ones, they're putting a fair bit of pressure. They're quite solid. They're quite strong. They actually are quite detailed. Like if you look at the wheels, you can see the details in the wheels. Got to paint the tires, obviously. But it's actually quite easy. So with that, I am going to share screen, which will be boom. That screen. So, as mentioned, like I have started looking into stuff on Shapeways, and since the last time I've been on Shapeways, they have changed up their website a fair bit. Like I remember in the past, it used to be quite difficult to find anything, but now they've changed it up. So, if you just Google Shapeways Marketplace, you can click on miniatures. You can click on all these different categories under miniatures. So in this case, I'm under vehicles. You can scroll down a bit further. You can select the scale. So 6mm, 1/16, 1/18, 35, 187, 120, 144. race cars, motorcycles. Like, there's quite a fair bit of stuff, but you can even go down and look up certain eras of years. So in this case, let's see, if I go HO scale, wait for it to load, and then we go 1900s to 1939, there's a fair bit of stuff here that Claude can buy for his layout. So, you know, we've got a 1925 Bugatti. What else we got? We've got a 1931 Imperial, 1938 Phantom Crosshair, 1937 Chevy Coupe, a Packard, a Unique L2 Berline 1924, 36 Buick, 38 Peugeot 402. And it doesn't matter what it is, like if we go to the next tab, you know, you can get buses, you know, of different eras, like, you know, you got these buses, modern buses. This is trucks. So you can get different types of trucks of different years, you know, modern trucks. What else is in here? Here you go. There's an old school fire truck. This is motorcycles. You can get a bit of a range of motorcycles in here. And I can't remember who it was doing military stuff, but they also do a lot of military vehicles as well. So, you know, ASLAVs, trucks, tanks, UAVs. Hell, if anyone's doing a futuristic alien movie kind of setup, they've got the Marine M577 vehicle there. You know, and like I said, Shapeways has smartened up a lot, and all this here makes it so much easier. So you can click on anything. Look, you can even buy trailers, heavy machinery, and you can even select what country you want the vehicle from. So whether you want US vehicles, United, Russian, Japan, Italy, Germany, France. So if anyone's after really hard to get stuff, you know, I do recommend going there. I've only heard good things about Shapeways. But at the same time, just be prepared, like, they can cost a little bit. So some of the vehicles can cost quite a lot, but then some of the vehicles you can buy in bulk. From what I've looked on in some of the stuff I was looking at, some of the descriptions does say, you know, here's my email, contact me if you want to, you know, order a bulk lot, and I'll adjust the price so you can, you know, get it cheaper as a bulk instead of just buying the one. You know, there's actually a few people that are happy to actually do that.
I may have to go over and look at some.
Yeah, well, I just named off a few vehicles for you, and you're probably just there going, oh, I need that, I need one of those. I'm just trying to look in chat. Let's see.
Well, Chuck was asking, what's the best way to paint the 3D vehicle? I'm assuming he's talking about the printed ones.
Yeah, anything 3D printed, just airbrush. You know, airbrush at least a primer coat over the top. You know, like a Tamiya primer or a Humbrol, or any of the primers you can buy are readily available from hobby shops. And then from there, once you've got a couple of coats of primer over it, then you can paint it as you wish. If you want to use paint pens, if you want to use, you know, other types of paints, airbrush it, paint it by hand. You know, just as long as you've got a good layer of primer on it, it'll protect the plastic enough that you can pretty much use almost anything on it.
Pro tip with those as well, especially if you've got finer detail stuff, and I only learnt this recently, Tamiya does two types of primers. They do a fine one and they do a normal one. get the fine one, because the normal one is so thick you will lose detail. So go with the fine one.
I'm just trying to keep up with chat at the moment. New Fenris, humanity is not that hard, just need a good magnifying glasses. So, to support William's comment, Heath, you need some of these.
Those are nice.
Yeah.
No, Heath was saying his hands aren't steady enough. So
well, if he wears these like this,
to use two hands, and then Chuck said, "Yeah, set the beer down and use
set the beer down."
Yeah, but if you use something like this, you can do this, and look, you can see the end of the tweezers.
Yeah, if you have to set the beer down, forget it.
Yeah. You know what? I'll make some of these. I'll make some of these, and I'll make sure it has a spot where you can put the beer on top, like those beer hats with the straw.
That's the way to go.
Yeah.
They should make those glasses with lights, little LED light down, so you can.
No, Heath, what I can suggest as far as painting, if you're trying to paint small stuff like N-scale vehicles, buy you one of those helping hands, or make one with a couple of alligator clips, to hold it for you. And that makes it a lot easier. That way you can rest your hand on the table.
Oh, they do have it.
Help keep your brush steady.
I was actually going to say, I use glue tack when I paint these.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, so I just do that, and if I got enough glue tack, I just literally do that and just rotate on my fingers.
Yeah.
Or I've seen some people, they'll make a small turntable with an old bearing and a bit of scrap MDF. And they'll literally, same thing, they'll have a little stand on it, put a little bit of glue tack, stick the model on, and they'll paint it and rotate it right there in front of them.
The other thing you can do is take, like toothpicks, cut one side off, and use just a drop of CA on the bottom of it, because you're never going to see the bottom anyway.
Yeah.
Glue it on there. Then you can do what Shannon's talking about, rotating it. And if you've got a little piece of styrofoam or something, once you're done with your painting, and for it to dry, just take and stick your toothpick in the styrofoam. That'll keep it from laying over on the table, and you'll have to handle it until it's dry. So that's one thing you can do to help do that.
Yeah.
But don't set the beer down.
Yeah, nah, don't set the beer down. Whatever you do, don't set the beer down. Actually, in saying that,
straw. You can get a straw for the beer, and
I was thinking that.
Use both hands and still.
Okay. Yeah, so literally what, just as Claude's saying, there's a nail with some CA glue.
Yeah.
Nah. Oh, sometimes I hate the CA glue. Sometimes it's really good, and sometimes it takes ages to dry.
Well, you have to be careful too, because if you're using styrene, if it's a styrene vehicle, I don't know about the 3D printed plastics, but styrene you don't want to put CA on. So
yeah, now the 3D plastics,
if it's metal or something, you can.
Yeah, the 3D plastic stuff is as I said, it's a resin based. So I don't know what resin's made out of, but yeah, the reason they use resin is because the type of resin they use can react with infrared. So that way, literally, if you can buy 3D printers online, and basically it has you can buy a dryer, as I call it, or an infrared dryer, and once it's actually printed, you leave it in there, I think it's like for an hour, and after an hour, it is ready to paint. You don't have to wait overnight for the resin to hard or anything. It is ready to go after an hour.
Yeah, but that's the only thing with CA, you're using CA, but you can do the same thing and just use even just some putty, any kind of putty, or they make the putty that you can stick stuff on the wall and still peel it off.
Yeah, we call that glue tack here.
It's kind of like that. Yeah, it's kind of like that, Shannon.
Yeah.
But you can put that on the end of a toothpick or a nail and do the same thing. That way you can set it in the styrofoam and let it dry.
Yeah. Well, that's what I use. I pretty much use this for, like, here in Australia we call it blue tack. It's like a Play-Doh kind of texture. But yeah, you use it to stick posters up on the wall and that. But the good thing about it is because it's so malleable and it can if you actually put it in the freezer, it actually does get quite hard as well for short periods of time. And, you know, and it's just great. Like, I use this to hold anything and everything. You know, I use this to hold jobs when I'm soldering, things I'm painting. Even if I'm just lining things up, you know, like pieces of balsa wood, I'll just lay a roll down, flatten it out, put the balsa wood on that just to hold it in the positions, and then I'll start gluing the things on top of it.
Shannon, Roy's getting offended that you're ignoring him, and I think Steve 87th is right. It's because he's being mean to you.
Well, I didn't even know Roy was on here. He's been MIA for so long, like...
Yeah, Roy, you got to know when Shannon gets talking, he gets blind.
Oh, yeah.
Blind and deaf.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'm like this when I'm not talking, but as soon as I start talking, everything starts to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard for us, Stephen, to get a word in edgewise.
Oh, I know. You have to tell him to shut up. It's like, stop talking.
Yeah, you almost need you need a wireless button where you, literally I'll put a shock collar on myself and you just press this, I'll go.
Oh, that'd be too much fun, though.
Yeah, I'll be like da da da.
Hey, Bill said that blue tack is available at Dollar Tree here in the States. So if you're looking for some, that'd be a good place to get it.
Yeah. Now, just looking at the time, we're actually halfway through the show, surprisingly.
Already.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're 3/4 of the way through.
3/4? How are we 3/4 of the way through?
Well, it says 41 minutes on my end.
Yeah, you got to remember the first 10 minutes was just blank.
Yeah, you're counting the start of it.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Dang, I was hoping we were almost done.
Anyway, so with that...
You enjoy it, Claude.
Let's just maximize Steve for a second.
It's not a chore.
No.
So, for today's intermission, Steve's doing a mail call on my behalf.
Yeah. I got a big box yesterday.
Oh, come on.
Me. Oh, another one. Another
heavy
Shannon package. Oh, goodness. Let's see what's in here. Let's open the box.
See, that's the problem with me. I grab my wallet, and as soon as I open it, it's like... Ooh! Poof! Oh, no. It's gone. Where's it gone?
Yep.
Okay. There's not much room in here, so I don't want
Steve, just rip it open. We're not saving the wrapping.
Oh my God, Shannon.
Hi, Ball and Hogger. Hello.
Holy crap. What's in here?
Hey, Dale.
Drugs.
There's a lot of stuff in here.
I don't know if you heard me or if you're just ignoring me.
No, I didn't hear you.
I said
Come on,
drugs.
show us. Get it out and show us.
I can't open all these. How many cars did you get?
Can you say I take things out of context, Claude?
There might be 32 pieces of rolling stock.
Holy man.
I didn't hear that. He talked over you.
I was saying that you take me out of context when I say I'm easy, but you're just telling Steve to get it out and show us all.
Yeah.
Look at this crap. Holy man.
He's acting like it's Christmas morning or something.
Yeah.
I know, and none of it's mine.
Hey, Steve, if it means anything, half of that is the same piece of rolling stock. The rest of it's all individual.
Say that again.
Half of the rolling stock is the same. They're all gondola drop wagons. And then the rest of it's individual box cars and whatnot.
Oh, Okay.
So anything that looks like a gondola, you just need to show one.
You need a container to go to Australia. You want to see what's in there?
Oh yeah, that was the main reason all that came to you.
Yeah. Oh. I know what's in here, but see if I can drop it.
Bernard, you're right. He has hit the mother lode.
Oh no, there's more to come. Look at that.
Thank you, Grandpa Rail.
He's right, Shannon. You're going to have a container or a container ship.
Container ship.
Okay, now for those of you at home wondering, that is a Key Imports brass Challenger. Has a couple of broken bits on it, but I picked that up. Oh, what was it? $225 US. I think I paid for that.
It's about $350 over here, I think, is it?
Something like that.
Let's see if I can get the plastic off a little
Yep.
bit so you can see it.
Actually, funny enough, Steve, that is meant to be able to do your curves. Oh, look at that machine. Look at it.
Oh, it's got the smoke deflectors on it too.
Yeah, that's supposedly one of the harder ones to find. So, once that gets here to Australia, I'll decide whether I'll keep it in the black livery or repaint it as a greyhound.
I'm not sure this is going to make it to Australia.
Steve's just going to keep it for himself.
Yeah, I'm kind of liking this. I might have to hold it hostage.
There you go. There you go. Make him come get it.
There you go. That's a beautiful model, Shannon. Very nice.
Yeah, Chuck, we expect that from Container Man, though, so it's nothing different there.
Hang on, what do we expect from Container Man?
Some of the things he says that could easily be taken out of context or are meant to be taken in context.
Roy, if this was Ron's channel, I'd be saying some things to you right now. So, there is a couple other things in there, Steve, and 3 of those pieces of rolling stock is for you.
Ooh, which ones?
The ones that say Santa Fe.
I have to open them all to find them.
Oh, you won't mind that.
I can do that.
Christmas!
You're going to open them all anyway because you want to look at them all.
I do. Well, I know they're not those. Let's see. WP, no, not those. Not those.
Yeah, there you go, Bernard. Bernard said party at Steve Arnold's house when Shannon comes to get all this stuff.
Oh boy, yeah, meet and greet. So I haven't found them yet.
I bet it'll be the last package you look at.
They're going to be the last. They always are.
It's always the last one.
Then you should open those first, right? I like the. Ooh, there's the Miller High Life car. That's cool.
Well, he'll keep that one too. You won't get that one, Shannon.
Oh God! Seriously, it was the last one. Either that or I missed it. No, I didn't see it. Okay.
Okay, so maybe they're not in the correct boxes. So now he's got to open them all.
We're just going to open everything.
Hey, Steve, have you still got all those peanuts? You can send them back to Shannon.
I'm sending those to Claude. Claude,
don't send them to me.
Claude's getting my
No.
Hey, buddy.
Nice Miller. That's the Miller car. That's nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, you might have to take the lid off because all I saw was the reflection.
Oh.
Hello, Andreas. Hello, little man. Oh, wow.
Well, that's nice.
Are these micro trains?
A mixture.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. Funny thing is, these were all manufactured right near my house.
That'd be shipped away to come back to you.
This one's got a note, Shannon.
What's the note say?
It says, "Have a car on me. Good luck on your up, drop, bottom fleet, Dylan." Whatever that means.
Ah,
UP drop bottom fleet.
Oh, UP.
yeah. Damn it. Now I've got to get into something more. Ugh. Actually, you'd get along with Dylan, Steve, and so will you, Claude.
What's that now?
You and Steve will get along with Dylan, who sent me all this stuff.
I'm sure we would. You got a lot of bonds.
Because Dylan likes narrow gauge stuff and volunteers at the Colorado Railroad on the narrow gauge. But he's also building what's the gauge you model in again, Steve? The ride-on train?
Oh, inch and a half scale.
Yeah, he's doing an inch and a half scale, but he's currently saving up money for the tooling to set up his workshop.
Well, he's serious then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd be best friends.
Yeah, well, Claude can talk to him about the narrow gauge stuff, and you can talk to him about the inch and a half stuff.
What are these things?
Yeah, if I lived close enough, instead of doing this, I'd be up there helping them reconstruct cars and stuff.
You got a crane or something? I guess this is all you got a work train in here or something?
No, that's the only thing of that one. I know some of the stuff didn't have boxes.
Well, so far, I have seen a lot of guns.
As I said, there's about 16 gondolas there.
Oh, at least. There's another one.
There's another.
There's another one. And
For a mail call, this is a long mail call.
Man. Another gun. Another gun. And another gun. Okay, I didn't see it in Santa Fe, so I don't know what you're talking about.
So it must be in that stuff where you said do you have work train?
Then they really are the last thing opening. This is a long intermission. It's going to take the rest of the show.
Hi, Mrs. Shannon.
Oh, hello.
Ah, there we go. There's one.
Brian.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Door's crooked.
Doors. Oh, yeah, sure.
Santa Fe all the way.
Yep, and the wheels are falling off, too.
Well, that's kind of like our show.
Hey, yeah, exactly. I'm going to drop the wheel. So I'm going to put it up here so I don't lose it. Those are nice cars, Shannon.
I'd send you this semi-trailer, Steve, but it's HO scale, so not going to do much good for you.
Hey, I can run HO on here. Didn't you see the traveling boxcar video?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. They just don't go through the tunnel real well.
Yeah.
These are really nice, Shannon.
I knew you'd like them.
Oh man, you are awesome. Those are super.
Yeah, and to think the next package, if I get the deal, you're going to have 125 pieces of rolling stock coming your way.
Are you serious?
He's going to need a container, I'm telling you.
Yeah, and 3 weeks ago we were getting ready to ship the package. He goes, and I told him I hadn't shipped it yet. He said, "Don't ship it. I'm buying some more stuff." and so far you got at least 3 packages going to be coming. Holy
3. I think at this rate I'm going to have 4 to 5.
No, seriously, you're going to need a container.
Thank God he's not modeling HO or bigger.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, imagine if I bought that HON3 K36.
Hey, should we see if your Challenger runs?
Oh, we can try. Whilst we do
Well,
that,
if you'd have bought that, Shannon, I'd had Steve send it to me.
I'm gonna have to make some room.
yeah. Okay, so while Steve prepares, we'll go back to the show to what we were originally talking about. So
I have to make.
yeah. So Steve, we'll let you try and get all that running and whatnot. Now back to the show, which was in regards to vehicles. Anyone else have any other places where you buy stuff in bulk or like that in regards to vehicles for your layout? You know, what kind of vehicles you're buying? What kind of vehicles you're buying? What era? You know, because there'll be a lot of people definitely interested in it. I think everyone's just more interested in my Challenger. Jesus.
It's gonna take me an hour to get cleaned up.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Go to bed soon, yeah? We'll go to bed soon.
Yes, we will.
Bernard C. said he wants to know if anyone knows a place to buy bulk trucks for some of the hundreds of older plastic rolling stock. I'm assuming he's meaning for trains, not cars.
Yeah.
Most are plastic. Is it worth it? I don't know of any place to buy them in bulk. I mean, I've seen wheels in bulk.
Yeah, micro trains do sell sets, because I bought a whole bunch of them. But again, as I said, if you go to Shapeways has a whole section just dedicated to tractor trailers. So you can buy a heap of tractor trailers. You go to Microscale, you can buy decals from there. And then all you can do is literally, you know, tractor trailers are probably the easiest thing to do. You paint them white, paint the wheels black, decal it, clear coat it, done.
Well, I think he's talking about trucks for like bogies for his rolling stock. You call them bogies, we call them trucks. I think that's what Bernard's talking about. I don't think he's talking about trucks to put on flat cars.
Okay. Well, I thought he was talking about, you know, the subject of today's show. Steve87 says, HO is pretty easy to get. Widest variety is at the truck stop hobbies. Container Man says, Woodland Sandings is coming out with a range of generic vehicles.
Well, Fred said AccuRail sells HO trucks by the 100, no wheels. So then you'd have to turn around and buy whatever wheels you want to put on it.
Oh, we've got Fred Walden here somewhere.
I've seen some bulk offerings of trucks and wheel sets on eBay, but you'd have to, you know, pick and choose. I don't know of any that are just always out there or available always commercially. I'm sure there's probably some somewhere. KD may have bulk trucks available.
Yeah. Oh, no, they'll definitely will, because I know Micro Trains, you know, being the other half of the company back in ages ago, they sell them in bulk, so KD should definitely sell them in bulk as well. You know, you can either buy, like if you go into their website, it might have like a part number, you know, for the individual, or if you want the bulk set, you just put like -10, which is that part number by 10. Might be something like that.
That's another one that's coming out with vehicles now. Opposition models for the Australian modelers. They're doing some of the earlier Fords and Holdens. So there's another one for you. They're HO though, for the Australian guys out there anyway.
You know how hard this is to get on without breaking it?
Oh, he's going to figure out if he can steal your locos, Shannon.
Well, I don't want to break it either.
I think secretly he's hoping I'll say you break it, you bought it. For end scale, if you need bulk, not specific type, look at the 1/150 cars off Amazon. I'll put them at the back of the scene when I need a lot of. Actually, yeah, that's a good idea. If you just need to fill an area full of cars, just buy the generic $2 crap off eBay.
Yeah.
Or Amazon. Just buy that. They sell them in packs of 10, 20, 50, 100. They're
Or you
cheap.
go to some place like Dollar Store or Dollar Tree, and I'll bet over in the birthday section where they have all the decorations for birthdays, they'll have stuff you can put on cakes. And I've seen bags of cars, little plastic cars. Now, there's not a lot of detail to them, but if you need them in the background, that might would work real well too. And it'd be cheap. It's probably $1 a bag for a whole bag of cars.
William, in regards to my rolling stock, in regards to bogies or trucks, in regards to wheels, I just use a mixture of metal and or plastic, all depending on what rolls better.
You got something hanging up on you.
Steve 87th, there's if you look up some of the European guys, there's a lot of HORC vehicles that they've done custom jobs on. It's fantastic videos. They've got front end loaders and dump trucks and
Container Man just reminded me of something. Hang on, I've got a. For you guys out there who do, yeah, for you guys that do HO scale, if you can, go check out, shush you, go to Luke Towan's, channel, and you will find,
Golden Creek Railroad.
Tiny 4x4. Let me share the screen. This is something I thought was very cool, which came out just recently, I guess. Tiny 4x4, micro scale RC cars and trucks. And I know at the moment they're obviously running low on stock because of the showstopper. But if I can find it, kids. No. Where is it? I remember seeing it somewhere. Jesus. Nope. Oh, maybe I was looking up the wrong Tiny 4x4. Hang on. I might be looking up the wrong one. No, that's supposedly them. So, if we go there. Kids. Here we go. 187 scale. Yeah, 187 scale RC car or Jeep. And if you go on their website, it does add up as you need to buy it all, but you know, you can buy the car, the electronics, and if you go to Luke Towan's YouTube, he does a build on this, and it for what the kit is, it actually functions really, really well. So it's literally a HO Jeep, or you can get a HO truck. That's the only two they got available at the moment, and it's completely remote control. You do have to do a little bit of programming in regards to loading the software onto this, but it's supposedly very easy. Anyone can do it, and you need a 2.4 gigahertz remote control.
Hey, Shannon, I can see one problem you're going to have right off is the connection between the steam pipe and the front cylinders on this side is broken.
Yeah,
It's
the
not
parts are
helping.
in the parts are in the box. I need to put them back on.
Okay, well that's why I think it's because it's wanting to jam up, and I think that's the problem.
Yeah. No, I'd imagine it would have tried to jam up like that, but he did say he was able to run it, and I did see you running it in the background, backwards and forwards.
It went backwards, but it was hanging up going forwards.
So while you're doing that, Steve, so this is Luke Towan's video showing the HO car. And yes, that is actually functioning. That is not stop motion. That is actually running. If I go... No, we don't care about that. Damn ads.
Now you got another problem here.
So yeah, so any of you HO guys, if you're interested, have a look on Tiny 4x4's website. Yeah, have a look on Tiny 4x4's website, and yeah, just check the stock regularly to see when it comes available again. But yeah, you can buy these little vehicles, and I'm pretty sure if you really wanted to, you could buy you could buy different shells to actually put on these chassis if you really wanted to. There's
You got a front main rod broken off of the piston slide, so that is also another issue you have.
Oh, for the yeah, it should be like the two steam pipes that go into the cylinders and.
No, it's where the main rod connects to the piston hanger is broken.
I'll talk to you about it after the show, Steve.
Okay.
Shannon, the other problem with the main problem with the HO-RC cars is what he's showing on was showing on the video was you got to have a charger to charge the battery that it uses, and those aren't cheap. You also got to buy a remote control for it. Those aren't cheap, and I'm talking about just the cheapest ones.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same technology that the airplanes use that I used to build. It's not just the car. You got to have all the other stuff too to run it. So unless you're really into the RC part of it or already have that stuff, it would be pretty expensive to have one of those.
Ali, I was getting a lot of feedback from you typing.
I'm not typing.
I'm not either.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. Alright, anyway, so let me see if I can find this. Where is our list?
Just another thing that I was thinking about that someone reminded me. Keychain sales have slowed. Come on, buy those keychains. Yeah. They're awesome. $5 for a steel one and $20 for an aluminium one. The $20 goes towards a raffle, which will be drawn towards the end of the year. So you haven't got long. Get in there and buy it. Spend big. And also, don't forget, we have merch. Merch. Don't forget to like, subscribe, etc.
I'll give you a good deal on a broken cup. Get a good deal on a broken coffee cup.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. There is proof that these are quality products because Steve has dropped his already on a tile floor, and he's only got a tiny little chip in it. It's held together pretty well.
My new tile floor. Yeah, I thought this thing would shatter, and it just chipped the top of it.
Okay.
And the first, and the wife goes, "It didn't break the tile, did it?" Didn't break the tile.
Yep. All right. So let's go through the topics that we have left. So again, send us your emails. You know, with 3 topics.
Links down the below.
Yep. So far for next week, we got an option of pros and cons of snap track versus set track. What do you wish existed right now in model railroading that does not? Why do you model in the scale that you model in? How to choose the best track plan for the size scale you're modeling, and how to properly power your track for DC and or DCC. So options.
Those are all good.
So option 1, pros and cons for snap track versus set track. Option 2, what do you wish existed? Option 3, why do you model in the scale that you do? Option 4, how do you choose the best track plan? And option 5, how to properly power your track for DC and or DCC. Votes start now. I'm going to give you guys a minute. So I'm looking at my clock.
And Steve A7 had a question, Steve, for you. So do you have anything that has not hit the floor?
Oh gosh, I've even hit the floor. So no.
His shirt.
No, I just wear that backwards. They are reversible.
Okay, so we've got 2 votes for 1. 2 votes for 5. 3 votes for 5. Got 15 seconds, guys. Come on. What are you talking about next week? So 3 for 5, 2 for 4, 2 threes. And time's up. Let's see. So 3. So 2 threes.
I'd say it's 5 was the winner.
Yeah, topic 5. How to properly power your track for DC and or DCC.
Good topic.
Yeah.
Good choice, guys.
We can do that. We may not know what we're talking about, but we can do that.
Yep. And that's what makes our show interesting.
Because you never know what you're going to talk about.
Okay.
That should bring us towards the end of the show now, doesn't it?
We're actually running 3 minutes overtime.
Uh-oh.
They love us that much.
Yeah.
That's because of your mail call, Shannon.
Oh, sure. You loved every minute of it.
I did.
Christmas.
I wanted to see that Challenger run. That's too bad that Rob busted.
I do know I needed some repairs, but yeah, I'll talk to you about it after in regards to what else is wrong with it. All right. Anyway, guys, thanks again for joining us.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. All the links you need to know about are in the description below regarding traveling boxcar, keychains, merchandise.
Right. And email us.
Yes, email us topics. We need more topics. Okay, we've now, so after next week, we're going to only have 4 more topics left to choose from. We need more. Send us your topics, send us your ideas. Okay, as I said, if everyone can just send us 3, we'll have enough to support us for the next 12 months, easy. So, you know, let us know what you guys want us to talk about, and we'll see you again same time next week. Don't forget, during the week we do trackside beans as well. We've been trying to get it done around Wednesday, Thursdays now, trying to make it a bit more regular in that sense.
Shannon doesn't even let us know. He just starts it.
So that's why you need to hit that bell icon.
Yes.
Like, we don't even know.
Yeah. It's kind of like a surprise! We all like surprises. Yeah, again, emails down below as well, so you can check our email out, send us a link, or anything. And also, if you want to be part of the show, and we will interview you in the most unorthodox possible way. You know, we'll poke and prod you with sticks and beat you with hammers.
We'll be professional about it.
Oh, yeah, we'll be professional about it, but yeah, so let us know, and we'll see you again same time next week. So thanks again, guys. Thanks for the support. Catch us all later.
Peace out, guys.
Next week.